All right, in this video, I'm going to show you how to create pop-ups. Now, I did previously show you that we have opt-in forms as buttons. So you can simply use that opt-in form and it will open that opt-in form in a button. After all, the main goal is to get people to register for your webinar and move onto the confirmation page. So an opt-in form is going to be your best bet, but you might not like the pop-up that comes with this opt-in form. And instead you might want to design your own. Or you might want to have an exit intent pop-up that shows up just as someone is trying to leave this page. It's like, well, hey, wait, if you don't want to come to this webinar, well, maybe click on this over here. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's exit out of preview mode and let's come here to our pop-ups. And I'm going to add a pop-up. And I can choose from a bunch of different templates, but I'm just going to add an empty pop-up because we all know that I am the best designer in the world. I'm then going to add a row to this pop-up, and I'm going to add a heading, and I'm going to change the title. I'm going to say, I'm not very creative, register for the webinar. And I want to make that center aligned, and I might want to make that like a heading too, so it's big and wild. It's a bit much, but it's fine. Then I'm going to go ahead and add another row, and I want to add 2 columns, and on this side I'm going to add an image, and maybe this will be like a much more enticing image of what the webinar is about. I'm going to make it a butterfly though. I'm going to choose that, and then on this side I'm going to add that opt-in form. All right, so I'm going to add that opt-in form, and that's going to show up over here, and I want to add the first name to make sure I'm getting their first name, and I might also want to get their phone number. And now I've got that set up, and then I can go ahead and customize the way that looks as well. There's really not a very nice looking pop-up. I'm not good at this. All right, so I'm going to make sure that this is displaying on the page. I do want to verify the email and phone number as well. And I'm going to make sure that they are being redirected to the confirmation page of my webinar funnel here. And I'm going to make sure that it doesn't open in a new tab, that there's no return, and that it does track conversions. All right, then I can go ahead and customize the label. So I can choose the placement. It can be inside or on top. It can be a placeholder. It can be on the edge, or it can be small in the middle there. I quite like that. I think that looks nice. I can change the field settings. So maybe I want to round those corners a little bit, make it look a little more, I don't know, bubbly and fun. I can edit the border of it and the background, so I can really get detailed about the customization for it. And I can edit the button. So is it going to say apply? Is it going to say register now? I can edit the text and how that looks. Again, I can change the alignment, so I can make it center aligned if I want to. I can make the button round to match the bubbliness of everything else that's going on. I can change the border, the background, the shadow, whatever I want. All right, I do want to make sure that this is showing up nicely though. So I'm going to make sure that that's center aligned with my photo there as well. So now I've sort of designed this pop-up. I can also come here to the pop-up settings. Specifically, I can change the position, so I can have it be over the content. I can have it push the content, so it just sort of pushes the content to the side, but I'm going to have it over the content. I can change the color of my overlay, so I can make it that gorgeous purple that we've been using. There we go. And we can change the alignment, so where on the page we want it to pop up. I'm going to keep it center aligned because that I think is the most efficient. Then you can choose the trigger. So is it going to trigger on this page, or is it going to trigger by a button? So I'm going to say, yes, then it's going to trigger on this page. So here is the example of the exit intent pop-up. So I can make this the exit intent pop-up, or I can link it to a button. So I'm going to show you how to link it to a button. Let's just make our pop-up, and then we'll make a separate exit intent pop-up. So no, it's not going to be triggered by anything. It's just going to be opened on a button. All right, then you can customize your close button as well. So you can change the icon, the color, the size of it. And then again, you can change the alignment and spacing, size. All of these settings we're already very familiar with. All right, so now that I am happy with that pop-up, I am going to exit out of it. And I'm going to just rename it so that it is button, pop-up. Okay, so now I know that that is the button pop-up. All right, I'm going to exit out of it again. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and just add a button. So there we go. And this is going to be the same thing. So I'm just going to show you how to link that pop-up to this button. So this button, we're then going to come here. It's currently redirecting to the confirmation page, which means someone will click on that button and it will redirect them to the confirmation page directly. I don't want that to happen. Instead, I want it to open a pop-up, and then I'm going to choose my button pop-up. And so now when I preview my page and I click on that button, it's going to open that pop-up that we just created. All right, but now what if I want an exit intent pop-up? So someone's come, they've checked out this webinar register page and they're like, I don't really want to register for this. And so they start inching towards the exit of the tab. We want to create a pop-up that's going to show up just as they try to exit. So I'm going to add a new pop-up, and I'm not going to design a whole new one. I'm just going to select this one. And, this might be a wait, don't go. I've got something special for you. If you sign up for the webinar in like 5 seconds, you'll get a bonus, whatever. So that's the best I can think of. But now I've shown you how to design a pop-up. I'm just going to show you how to manage those exit intent settings. So let's just go to our trigger settings for this. We're going to enable it and we're going to change the event. So we've got page load or exit intent. If you want a pop-up to show up on page load, so they're busy scrolling and you want it to say, hey, register, don't forget to register, you can then set a delay. So let's say they've been on the page for 30 seconds and you now want it to pop up and say, hey, don't forget to register for the webinar. You can then also set the frequency, so how often it occurs. So if it's going to occur every minute or every 10 minutes, depending on how long people are going to be on your page, you might want that to show up. But we're going to do the exit intent. So we're going to show it up on exit intent. And all that means is that when someone goes to exit this page, it's going to pop up. So I can again exit out of these. Let's give this a close button because it doesn't have one. So we can exit out of that. And now we've got those two pop-ups. So anytime someone clicks on that button, they get the nice pretty pop-up. And if they go to exit, they get that other exit intent pop-up that's going to show up. So that is how you can go ahead and create and design those pop-ups for your pages.